Welcome, Crusaders, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Well, we finally made it back to camp here after kind of some wandering around in this area, following our encounter with Minago and Staunton and angry Nabasu. Before we head back to camp, I'm going to try to just clear out the rest of this area. I know there's at least something else up here, and who knows what else left around here. And I think there also may have been a door up here that we didn't go through up on the top of the mountain. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to just clear things out here, and then probably just meet you back at camp. Unless anything really interesting comes up, we will touch on that here. Otherwise, we will see you back at camp. Okay, so we're back over here, and I see there's a cave here. I think there's a Nabasu that shows up right here. So let's see if we can deal with them. And then we'll check out this cave. Yep, here we go.
Yet another obstacle. Make every strike count.
Well, we've got this Nabasu, Mogla, down pretty low, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make it. Zeke is at negative 19 HP. We're really having a hard time hitting him with anything. Everybody's taking a bunch of negative levels, which is not helping. So we'll see if we can get through this.
The light, take you.
Oh, we got him. Aegis and Sela took him down. Okay. We really needed to like wait and come fight this thing when we had like the ability to put Death Ward on everybody, because he just took a bunch of negative levels from everyone, and then we just couldn't hit him.
Too bad no one can.
I doubt if we have enough restoration to deal with these either. Jeez. Yeah, we're down to 1 scroll of restoration. I guess we'll let Sela use that. Not good. Okay. Now we got this cave to go in. I don't know. I'm more tempted now just to leave the area. Some bracers and some gloves. Bracers of armor +4 and big game gloves. When the wearer of these gloves announces a quarry, targeted enemy suffers a -2 penalty to AC and becomes sickened for 3 rounds. Okay, we've picked up a lot of stuff here in this area that I kind of need to go through and take stock of all the things we've picked up. This rapier. Is that an upgrade for Camellia? Yeah. Alright, put that on. Okay, you just take these bracers +4. That's good for him. Let's give Sela the big game gloves. Okay, well, I'd like to go in this cave. Maybe that's our only real choice here. We're gonna have to make camp first before we go in anywhere else. We'll do that. Get rested up, head in there, see what's in there. If it looks like it's gonna be another slog, this is gonna put our corruption over first level. That hasn't happened yet. I guess we'll see what happens.
Did we find trouble?
We were attacked while camping. I think that's maybe a first for that. Cultist, look at all those negative levels on Camellia. Where are they? Oh, over here. Okay. Okay, let's see what's in this cave. Realizing now we've been at this Lost Chapel area for a while now. a lot happening here. Well, let's... Got more gargoyles, of course.
Together, we stand.
Let's mount up.
Together we stand.
Rely on me.
Aegis and Sela, get in there.
Defeat is not an option.
See if we can real time some of this. Tempted to just leave this area completely and head back to camp because I'm feeling ready to kind of be done with this area. I'm really curious about the story from here. Guess the next step is to head into Dresden, but
Begone, fiend!
just kind of want to get back to camp, and I'm really curious about what Woljif was thinking when he took off.
Continue fighting.
Lost some respect for him, and we may need to open tryouts again for the 6th member of our party. I don't really feel like Camelia's the one to fill that spot. I wasn't 100% sold on Woljif either, and then he decides to take off when we need him the most. Zeke is, I'd say, not too thrilled about that. It's just where the gargoyles are storing all the junk they've stolen. What's this? Book of Dreams. The book you found reveals only part of its secrets, at least at this moment. Let's take a look at that. It's actually like something we can equip or something. Among the bones and debris of the crypt lies an ancient tome. It is out of place here, unblemished by dust or time. It feels much heavier in hand than a book of its size should. It resonates lightly with magical energies. Gold filigree frames the cover, which appears as a night sky without words or title. Leafing through its pages reveals it to be a collection of a myriad tales about travels and luck, cryptic dreams and helpful visions, and friends leaving their hometown to travel around the world. Not one of the characters featured, though, are of any renown. Oddly, the book seems to have never been completed. The stories end halfway through. Unable to discern more, you pack the book away for later study. Okay. We're all suffering from some corruption. 15% arcane spell failure chance, -2 to wisdom and intelligence, -3 to combat maneuvers. It does appear that this was a good spot to come for some loot, though. It seems these gargoyles were dead before some unknown force beheaded them. Anything else down here? Alright, this was a nice cave. It was nice, at least for my current mindset, where we're ready to leave.
Our path
Alright,
leads on.
good. It looks like maybe we're done here. So we're going to head back out, and we'll see you back at camp. As the story unfolds, you draw closer to events that have the power to change everything. Some quests and locations may become unavailable. Proceed when you are ready. Okay. Oh, we can pick up some recruits. Let's do that while thinking about it. I suppose heading into Dresden is going to end anything that has to be done before that. I don't know that there is anything left that we have that has to be done before then. But we're going to go back to camp. We're in no shape to be marching toward Dresden, that's for sure. It looks like we probably have to take out this demon fortification here too. I hope that we have a new cleric here at camp who can sell us stuff. Vasily Rathamus is no longer available. So maybe his apprentice will take over. We are definitely going to need the help of a cleric here. Our current situation. All I know is Woljif better not be standing there. We're going to have words for him. Alright. Updating equipment. You have the item Voice of Hollow in your inventory, which is significantly better than the item Radiance Zeke has equipped. Don't forget to equip new, more powerful items. Okay. We've been using Finian. Just been carrying around Radiance. Really what he ought to have is like a bludgeoning option to switch to, if anything. Oh, speaking of, that's what they were mentioning, Voice of Hollow. When the wielder of this +2 mithril heavy mace confirms a critical hit with it, a loud sound is produced. All enemies in a 30-foot cone except the target have to pass a will saving throw or be affected with the Voices of Hollow effect for 1d4 rounds. That's pretty cool. Not a longsword, but we need kind of another option for him. Let's give him that. And then maybe we have a shield that we can throw on there with it. Give him a cultist heavy shield. We can swap to that. Alright, we're going to need to do some major inventory clean out and see if we have stuff that we can upgrade people with. Let's just get rid of the junk here first. Commander, Quartermaster Garms looks mildly embarrassed. So sorry to distract you, but I could use some advice. The soldiers are worried. Everybody can feel it. The decisive battle is coming, the big one, the one we started the crusade for. Some of the lads are getting real jittery, and I was wondering if there was anything I could do to help them. Should I ask the bards to come up with a rousing song? Or maybe throw a little shindig? I like the idea of a rousing song. You do? Well, then I'll round up our bards after the sun goes down and ask them to compose a song so brave and fierce that Dresden will just fall into our hands. Okay, we unloaded a bunch of the junk we're carrying around. Before we go any further with that, we're gonna just check around here. Maybe let's check our tent. The Prestidigitator painter is in here. Otherwise, nobody else is in here. Kind of wanted to check in with folks like Queen, Anivia, Mirabeth. Let's go ahead and just rest. Oh, whoops. No, we just want to go back outside here. Let's go find Queen Galfrey. Zeke needs to check in with her. She's still incognito, I guess? Or does everybody know this is her? No. The queen crosses her hands and pensively taps her guard brace. It's been a long time since I traveled like this, as just another face in the crowd. Nothing new. Unless we want to give her the covenant, which I don't think we do yet. Okay. Don't forget. Alright, she's still a knight of Kitrain. Thought maybe her cover was blown after she charged in, saved the day. The chapel. Irabeth, you doing good now? Right, no. I figured people would have some new dialogue here, but apparently not. Ember, we will at least need to go find the cleric. Ember, how are you handling your new abilities? Abilities? The girl tilts her head to her shoulder. What are you talking about? Your mythic abilities. Oh, the tricks you learned when the big gray house blew up. They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. The queen gave me the title of knight commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? The elf focuses her wandering gaze on your eyes, smiles, and shakes her head. Don't believe titles. All of us in the world are children of the street. Barefoot, hungry, scared. A step away from death. Some imagine they're strong and rich, like gods, but don't forget who you really are behind the title. Okay. It seems nobody really has anything new. Let's
We march ahead.
just make a trip around here though and try to find people. Nenio? I guess we haven't talked to her since this. So you are Kitsune. Nenio tosses you a skeptical look. Stating the obvious does you no credit. How does it feel to suddenly remember that you belong to another race? It is slightly unusual, no more than that. Knowing this fact will not help me write the encyclopedia. Therefore, it is useless. Therefore, I was right to forget it. And to forestall your next question, no, for now, I am not planning to forget that I am a Kitsune. My abilities can help you, my loyal follower, in your fight against... who are we fighting again? Right, the demons. Nenio gives you a magnanimous look. See how much I appreciate your assistance, boy. Alright. Are you sure you really want to meet the mysterious entity we know nothing about? I am sure, I am convinced. Think about all the knowledge hidden there, in the emptiness. It seems to me that this event is certain to be my triumph. The experiment of the century. No, of the millennium. She looks away. Or maybe it will become my downfall. A complete fiasco. Here's the deal. If the mysterious entity decides to gobble me up, run as fast as you can while it's distracted. Tell all of Galarian about the heroic death of its greatest daughter. Tell them she perished, but that she never strayed from the thorny road to knowledge. Nenio sniffs and wipes a tear from her eye. Lon is over here. Nothing new from him. Head this way. Check in with Sela up here.
Hello. So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
This is what I was born for.
I envy your confidence. In a good way. It's great to believe that everything is going the way it should. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
The fate of the League of the Cart affected you greatly. So you could say, I did what I thought was right. I tried to help a good person with their troubles, and what came of it. I'm sorry, but I won't find peace until I track down Curl and Janna. What were they thinking? Is there any way to get through to them, or should I just admit I was terribly wrong? There's another thing that's worrying me. The way people react to your power, and mine. They think that if we've been chosen by Iomade, they need to pray at our feet. I'm not comfortable with the younger warriors hanging on my every word. Sela smiles sourly. I feel alone. Nobody else is going to sit with me and celebrate saving a beer cart, and I'd like to regain, if not the friendship, at least the trust of the other knights, especially those I respect and consider my friends, like Elon. Right, until next time. Let's make our way up here to the cleric tent. Dayrin. Looking around the place, the Count seems quiet and dejected. Ah, Zeke, hello there. I'm feeling uncharacteristically pensive right now. Or rather, I'm finding it rather difficult to put my thoughts into words today. I'm trying to understand something. We've been traveling together for a while now. What's your opinion of me? You don't let anyone get close. There might be a good reason for that, but you can always count on me if you ever need any... Oh, no. Do we believe he can change? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, you're an arrogant, egotistical brat, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon. That probably sounds like a compliment to him. Oh well, and there I thought I'd learned something new about myself. Fine, do you know why I asked you that? Because the answer to the question, what do you think about me, usually reveals more about the one doing the answering than the one doing the asking. Now that I've got you thinking, let's proceed to the usual small talk. Do you want to talk about your past? I've been thinking a lot about what happened since our visit to Heaven's Edge. You want me to write a detailed report? You are the commander of the crusade, not my personal biographer. Why do you need this boring trivia? Alright, goodbye. Who's this? Aaron Kerr. Is Social painting this guy? Honorable cleric, you are wasting paper on me. I'm not worth your time. Yes. Social, who's this? Who's your new subject? Social is drawing a tussle-haired young man standing hunched before him. The drawing looks much better than the reality. Social doesn't try to embellish anything, but on his page the young man looks less like a sickly student and more like a hero from a romantic ballad. Turn your head to the right a bit. Yes, that's it. Oh, Commander. Hail! The young man is obviously uneasy in the presence of a superior. Social, who is this? His name is Aaron Kerr. I'm an engineer, begging your pardon. I'm responsible for camp fortifications. Aaron fidgets under your gaze and ducks his head in a low bow. Are you guys friends? It's not that. I just needed the advice of a priest. I'm not very religious, but, you know, sometimes a person feels a little lost in life, and... Social. Everyone feels down sometimes. We talked, and I thought art could help strengthen his spirit. I look much better in the drawing than in reality. The young man smiles faintly. The revered cleric says this is how Shaylin sees me, that I could be like this, if I wasn't such a worthless piece of... No, it's not that. The goddess sees the best in you. The people around you... Don't interrupt. The people around you see how kind, brave, and reliable you are. Others are afraid to admit their sins to themselves, and you are afraid to admit you have virtues. Don't be afraid. Look at yourself through the eyes of the goddess, through the eyes of your friends. This is why you need this sketch. Thank you, cleric. I will try. Alright, we need to talk. Of course, Aaron, let's continue this later. Saluting you, the young man leaves in a hurry. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? Have you gotten used to your new powers? Such power. It's like I'm a young priest again, taking my first steps in service to the goddess. When Shaylin first entrusted me with the power to heal the wounded, I was so afraid to touch anyone with these hands, and I didn't wash them for a week, until my mother took me by the ear and led me to the wash basin. The cleric smiles, a broad, boyish smile. Of course, the powers you gave me are far stronger than those granted to a novice cleric, stronger than most clerics ever receive. It is not my duty to feel proud of them, but to use them in the service of others, and to ensure that what happened in Canabras, what happened to my brothers in faith, will never happen again. Okay. Let's go in here and see if we can take care of all these negative levels. Oh, that was what I was afraid of. Do we not even have a cleric here now? We're in trouble if we don't have anywhere to buy some restoration scrolls. That's really bad. I don't think Wilser sells anything like that. Well, great. Let's see. Let's find Anevia. Let's look in here. Anevia? Okay. Well, half plate of vigor. Fairly nice piece of armor there. We really do not have a cleric vendor, apparently. About Nura. She's... Oh, she is in here. I didn't see her.
That is quite a discovery.
Okay. Strange perfume. Small bottle of a unique scent. It smells of something sweet with occasional harsh notes like the air before the storm. Okay, if we really don't have a cleric, Hylor, have you got some new inventory? You've earned the title of commander. Canabra still stands thanks to you, but you'll have to be doubly on your guard. Your eminence places a target on your back, and there are assassins about. Killing a high-ranking crusader would bring a demon far more prestige than killing a common soldier. Not long ago, I stymied a few of the Spinner of Nightmares' attempts on the lives of influential crusaders. So I know what I'm talking about. Oh, was the stranger elf talking to them? Who was that elf talking to you? That was Kaylessa, wasn't it? She didn't introduce herself, but she was greatly interested in the volunteers that had joined the army. She thought I might know the elf she was looking for from my mercenary contacts, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. She never shared his name. Alright, I need restoration scrolls. Badly. We don't... Oh, Horgus? About you. Yeah. Wilser didn't start selling anything new like that. Let's see. I wonder if we go back to Chili Creek, like Jurna, start selling stuff there. This is like a problem, I guess. So still have access to restoration yet? Yeah, I guess he could just learn a bunch of those, and we'll have to like keep resting till we get everybody healed up from these negative levels. I don't know what else to do at this point. That's going to take a while, but does Sela? Oh, she's not going to be able to do that yet. Amelia could do some restoration. About Darren. Oh, except we're not going to be able to cast that on anybody while we're in camp, at least. Oh. Okay. Maybe this has always been here. Maybe I was just looking in the wrong tent. Field medic tent. Okay. I was looking for... I think Vasily had been in the chapel tent, but here's... This guy was the one hanging around him. Oh, good. Okay. Phew. Commander, a slim young man, almost a boy, holding a shepherd's staff in his hands, looks at you with admiration and awe. He seems unsure whether to salute you or drop to his knees. Hesitantly, he simultaneously raises his hand in salute as he bends in a deep bow. Okay. I see you're tending the altar now. The young man casts a glance at the altar of Abadar and sighs. Isn't the altar of Abadar in the other tent? I know it's not exactly the done thing for a priest of Aristil to tend an altar of Abadar, but what else can I do? Can't leave our soldiers without protection from the corruption from the abyss, can I? And I can't leave esteemed Rathamus's work unfinished. Alright, let's see what you've got. You have the same inventory that the other guy did. At least he's got some of the important things, it looks like. Whew, alright, I was getting worried there. I was starting to Google, like, where's the cleric? We don't just have a ton of gold. I do have some things we could sell that would give us some gold. I haven't had a chance to look and see if any of the stuff we want to keep. But let's see what we can get. We know we need a bunch of restoration. Let's just see if that's enough to get everybody taken care of. All these negative levels. Okay, we got all those taken care of. We still have 5 scrolls. Hopefully that's enough. I did want to buy another couple, at least one raised dead scroll. Wonder if he has any death ward scrolls. It might be worth picking up some of those. If we have another Nabasu that we see coming, we might just want to get that out on everybody. Just pick up. We can do one with Ember's hand she's carrying. Grab some of those. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to do just some like inventory cleanup, just making sure everybody's ready to go before we head back out. And looks like probably our next step is to head into Dresden. I don't think there's much left for us to do at this point, so that'll be big, I'm sure. This was I guess kind of a quick little episode here to get us from Lost Chapel back to our camp here and get things in order before we move on. Thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again here with me next time. Bye-bye.